Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I decided to share how I do my bullet journal. The thing is, I set up in my room to get the best lighting, but it is fleeting. So let's go through this hopefully as quickly as possible. If the lighting starts changing, I am so sorry. Also, if you can hear background noise, my window's open so that my cat can enjoy the birds because he is not just satisfied with just looking at them, he must hear them too. Alright, so this is my bullet journal. So this year I decided to do a clear spiral notebook, and you'll see why in a second. So as you can tell, she's quite thick. It's because I decided to do like a bullet journal, scrapbook, junk journal type of deal. I just wanted to make this journal filled with memories, and I didn't want to like put a burden on myself to have this journal be beautiful. I just wanted to do whatever I wanted to do in it. So I thought it would be nice to have a spiral notebook so that it can lay flat, as flat as it can. And so that if I added too much to it, I could rip the pages out from the back so that it can lie flat. This is as best as I got it. Enough yapping, let's look through the bullet journal. So as you can tell, it is clear. That's because I wanted to do my own cover and not be like stressed out that my cover will be like, if I decorated the front, I was scared that all the effort I put on the front would be destroyed. So I opted for like this frosted front sketchbook. I did 2025 on the front. If you look closely, the twos are different sizes because I didn't calculate that well, but I think that's the beauty of this notebook. Even though it's dotted, I just like did whatever I wanted. All right, next page. See, I'm sad with the lighting, but this is the best we're gonna get, okay? So I did manifestations on the left, and then I did 25 goals for 2025, which I'll go over at the end as well. But what I found with this bullet journal was that because I was so used to my smaller bullet journal from 6 years ago, I found it hard to fill up the space and do like designs. So you'll see that I have a lot of fillers in a lot of my pages. But yeah, that's me. I started on January 4th, 2025. So you'll see at the beginning of this bullet journal that I put a lot of effort and love into it at the beginning because I really wanted to be one of those girls that gets to write the highlight of my day and like be thankful every day because I was going through it. As time went on, it got really hard to keep up with this. You'll see how I adjusted along as I was doing it. I don't know how personal these are, so some might be blurred, but as you can tell, I stopped around 30 and 31. I even I'm not gonna lie, I filled in some of these with just like memories of what I did that day from pictures that I took because I forgot what I did that day. So I had some goals that I did. This is when I started realizing, oh, I should use my washi tape that I've been hoarding. And I really like this concept. I wish I could have kept doing this throughout the months, but once again, it was hard to keep up with all these like little notes, writings. And for me personally, I just like kind of scribble to-do lists in my other journals, and I use this as like a little showcase. And I think it's really important that you don't have to finish every page. I think it's nice when like it's not complete. If you can't remember something, don't put something in just for the sake of putting something in. All right, this is my Coke page. I also have another page, but this is when I was like, oh, I should probably put more pictures in. This is where I started experimenting with my style a little bit more, and I wrote more like captions. A huge part of 2025 was figuring out how to live with my cat because I got him in December, so I wanted to remember all the tiny little moments, so I thought he was really important. That's why he has 2 pages. This is also when I realized I needed to, I don't know why that sticker got there, but like these 6x4s, they definitely need cutting. So the thing is, at the beginning the journal was too big and now they're too small, so I adjusted as I went. This is my vision board. So for 2025, I really wanted to do a vision board, but I didn't want to like plaster it up somewhere and then it just like on a canvas and then I just throw it away because it's the end of the year. I did my vision board inside my bullet journal, so when I'm like flipping through every time I do my bullet journal, I can be reminded, oh, am I closer to my goals this year? Number one thing is the bullet journal. I wanted to take my cat outside, and he absolutely loves it. He also likes looking outside as well, so that was a win. I did transition back to brown hair. I use Facebook Marketplace more than ever because I don't like clutter, and I love that someone else could be using this and they can get it for a better price, so that was great. I still haven't done a Mori. That's one of my first things I'm going to do next year, I think, once I confirm that I have some interviews coming up. I did become debt free, which is amazing. I went on more self dates. I did almost 100% RCS. Right now is just the insert here, those horrible missions. I'm closer to this. I really am. I am. But am I still so far? Absolutely. I've been manifesting. I did do a portfolio piece, so I'm proud of that. We went to Universal. I did more digital pieces, not to the standard that I like, but at least I did them. These two are just rage bait. So once again, I tried to do highlights of my month, and then I realized it's just like not realistic. You'll see that I think I've stopped this after a bit. So we had a Galentine's Day, so I put all the cards from Galentine's Day in here. This is where I decided to put more scraps in because I was like, I have the space for it, why not? This is the Droideka that my boyfriend gave to me for Valentine's Day, and he also had a Lego set, so for Valentine's Day we watched the Star Wars movie and made Legos. This is from 2024. If you know that reel, insert here. I feel like I just wanted to put this in here to remind me. I don't know, this is my bullet journal. I decided to put whatever I wanted. This is where I realized I needed to figure out what I was doing because I do not like this setup. So I wanted to try better. So I started experimenting more. So this is all Valentine's Day. So as you can tell, I learned and I cut things out. I don't know why he looks like that, but sure. I also realized that using hand sanitizer brightens up your prints. This was by accident, and I did not like that. As you can tell, see, he absolutely loves the window. So here is my updated highlights. So instead of like writing every day, I wrote my highlights of each month instead. And this is where I think I really did an amazing job. And then I like peaked because I had like a lot of time, and then I just crumbled, but that's okay. So this is my March page, and this is where I got my Instax. So I got an Instax so that I could integrate more pictures into my bullet journal. Coke, do you want to say hi? Coke says hi. Hello. Hello. But yeah, I had a bunch of like colored paper. I wish I did this more, but it is very bulky. That's why I stopped doing it at some point. And for some reason, I only have like the warm colors to green. So I decided to stop after a bit. And then I forgot that it was April. So I put April on the right for some reason. And I put some little scrapbooks and notes. This is when I started writing more notes to remember what I did that month. This page is probably completely blurred in post because I wrote a lot. I think this is where I was like, oh, I want to write more of my memories and my thoughts, and because I did a lot during April. And then here's May. I don't know why I decided to do this calendar. I did like only a few things and then it just looks empty, but I really wanted to integrate more of the colored paper, so I think that's why I did that. Not one of my stronger pages. And this is where I started putting like life events. I put that I quit my job, and I put some memories in here, like what I remember about the job. So like this blue index card we use for everything. This was my name tag, and as you can tell, I was not happy there. I used to use this to sell art on the walls, only to change to the blue index cards. And this is the day I quit. And this is the Potbellies that I always went to eat. But yeah, I wrote a bunch of more memories, and this is the Minecraft meal card that I decided to put in a little plastic so I can remember forever. So this is the Florida trip I went on. It's just a thumbnail for when I went on the Florida trip. So this picture was on the car that these four rode when I was filming, and I got to keep the picture, which was really nice. This is our Polaroid from the events, and as you can tell, but yeah. Oops. So the thing is, this is a great time to mention, it's very see-through, right? So I glued a lot of pages together, making the book even thicker. If I were to do this again, I still would do the same bullet journal paper, kind of. I would just wish it was thicker, or I just use more color paper to put in between. Laura graduated, so I put all her stuff and all the memories, like class of 2025. I thought they did a wonderful job with the design of the actual pamphlet itself. Shout out to the designer. I have no idea, but they usually make a kid in graphic design do the commencement, so this was wonderful, whoever did this. And this is June. June is Nathan's birthday month, so I have a bunch of receipts from when all this happened. I didn't take many pictures, so I wrote more things on the side. Your girl missed July. I just realized that. That is so funny. I thought I probably did this during July. Yes, I did. So I wrote the date for when I wrote all these notes. So I did do something in July, but these are memories from August. That is so funny. I didn't even realize. The thing is, I went to a Gongcha to do this because when I bullet journal, I try to go out and go to a cafe or something, and personally I don't drink coffee, so I go to either boba places, or recently I've been going to a Subway because they're always empty and I prefer soda. So that's what I've been doing. And so this is when I went to the Gongcha for the first time, even though I put KFT. And so I had a wonderful time. The people probably thought I was crazy because I didn't have a pair of scissors. I asked for a pair of scissors. It was a whole thing. Also, shout out to Nathan for getting me more glue. Also, I think I didn't say this at the beginning, but this mouse pad is from Jonah from when we went to that Florida trip. So shout out to Jonah. Thank you for this lovely mouse pad that even Coke enjoys. Here are my receipts from co-creations I did. So this was an insane receipt. $10,000. I thought that was insane. But yeah, this is my business card that I made because I was tired of people asking me for business cards, but you'll see soon why I don't need these business cards anymore. But yeah, I put a lot of Golden Goose stuff in here because this was my first full-time job and I thought it would be something nice to remember. And then I turned 24. This was all during August, which is crazy how much I did not do stuff during July. I turned 24 this year. Here are remnants of a lot of stuff. So you're probably wondering why I have hair in here. So I decided to get bangs. Insert a photo here that me decided to cut. So I just kept my hair. I thought it would be funny, but now I kind of look like a serial killer, but that's okay. I got all these gifts from everyone and I wrote all my thoughts. And I wrote another page because, you know, my birthday's on the cusp of August and September. So I just put this in here. Ooh, I want to show that, especially if it's opens up and there's space, I put other things in there so that I have more to remember. Alright, so I just made a page of scraps because I was like, why not? So this is my new business card, but this is the messed up one because I did listen to me. That's a whole thing. This is from when Nathan traveled, and so he got me a travel stamp. I miss my girls at Yard House. If you're seeing this, you're probably not. I miss you dearly. They called me girly and lady because I would be the only girl at the bar at the time when I went to go eat during my lunch hours. This is from a long time ago. As you can tell, it says June 2nd, but I forgot to put it in June, so I put it here, so that's why it's under the scraps. This is when I bought Nathan a bunch of stuff. This is when someone hit on me at the mall and gave me this number, but turns out I think he's just a fitness instructor or something. It was kind of weird. And then this one is from a Sunday school teacher's wedding. It's like a napkin. I thought it was so pretty. I was like, no one used it. Might as well put it in. It fits perfectly with my color scheme. And this is where the sad news comes in. So yes, I did get laid off by Golden Goose. Legally, I'm not allowed to tell you why, but all you need to know is that I got laid off, unfortunately. So I put some little things in here, like little scraps that I can remember my time there. This is when I did burning on suede, which I learned how to do, which was really cool. Here are a bunch of Swarovski crystals. I think this was, I already forgot what it's called, but we would heat stamp them onto the suede. I already lost a few, but this was really fun to learn. And my favorite, Andy's Pizza. If you know Tyson's Galleria, there's Andy's Pizza, and they are so sweet. They would see me, and I was like obviously dedicated because it's literally the cheapest thing in the mall, and I would like eat there almost every day. So sometimes they would just give me my drink for free, which was really kind of them.
Oh my god, bro. Oh hell no, man. What the fuck?
Alright, this is my struggle bus. This is my ugliest page in my bullet journal, and I think it really showcased how upset I was at this whole situation. So after my layoff, I got a job at Bloomingdale's, and this one I can talk about, but I won't go into too much detail just in case they come after me. So this is all alleged, all alleged. The management was so horrible at Bloomingdale's, I had to quit. I think this is clearly a representation of my angst, and I did not enjoy it. I left after 2 weeks. And this is November. As you could tell, as the months went by, I got a little busier doing other things, such as like applying for jobs. Around this time, I started doing my It's a Here thumbnail, this reel, so that I could apply for a job, which my friend recommended me to. So that's why, as you can tell, it went from October right to November. And these are stickers that I sent out for the Christmas season. This is a postcard that Tyler gave me. This is the sticker company I used. I bought a lot of stuff. And then I went to New Hampshire, which was so fun. Once again, insert thumbnail here. So here are little memorabilia from that. I wish I had more. I do have 2 Polaroids that I forgot to put in here, so maybe another time. But I think I will just put them in my Deco Den photo holders instead. But yeah, so here is December. As you can tell, going by quick. Here are all the stickers I put in. You can barely see it. This is a handmade stamp that I made at Knees. By the way, shout out to Nee. She did this. She designed this. Well, I designed it. She basically did everything else. Amazing. And then I was like, oh, I always wanted to make a custom stamp. She just has it. So I got to make my own custom stamp. Amazing. Here's the stickers from last year that I made. And then I wrote a journal entry. I did this at my boyfriend's townhouse in the loft because that was like the only place with sunshine, which was really funny. And it took me so long. I think this spread took me like 4 hours to do because of this page. 25 things I'm proud of this year. Why it took so long is because I could not think of 25 things I was proud of. So let's go down through this list. I'm happy to share this. Let's start at the top. I posted so many short form videos. Like if you see my reels, I popped off. Reels, shorts, and people always ask me, do you have a TikTok? I do not have a TikTok, and I do not want to make one. I think I already spend so much time on reels. Having TikTok would be dangerous. Went to Universal, posted Artist Loft to ArtStation. I posted another portfolio piece this year, which I'm really proud of. I just really like the art piece that I made for it, which is honestly, everyone's like, that's really scary, and that's exactly what I wanted. Paid off all my debt. This is huge. I can't believe I paid off all my debt this year. You know, people say they take a lifetime to pay off their debt, and I'm so privileged and lucky to say I paid it off in 2 years, which I'm so happy. Of course, I had help. Let's not get it twisted. Yes, my dad helped me for like, I would say 10%, but even though it's 10%, I'm so grateful and I'm so happy that I got to pay it off this year. Interviewed and got a full-time job. I remember like a year ago, I didn't even think I would have a full-time job, and it was related to art, so I'm forever grateful for that. And I'm gonna put my post up right here from when I did have to leave Golden Goose. And then I quit Muse, which is the paint bar. Oh my gosh, if I could talk about what I wanted to about Muse, but I do not want the people that work there to get scrutinized because they are still my friends and I do want them to be happy. I did Pancakes and Booze this year. I wish I had a page for it, but I did include it in the collage at the end, you'll see. And then I did 3 content creator / video editing gigs. So I guess name drop, if you don't already know, I edit for Mia Sayoko, and I used to edit for Max Murphy, but I think he's been editing his own videos for a bit. And I used to be a content creator for Popsicle Beauty Club. So the thing is, how I like to put it is that I did my job so well for Popsicle Beauty Club, they realized they needed a whole rebrand. Unfortunately, I don't think I fit that rebrand. That is completely okay, no bad blood. So unfortunately, 2 out of the 3 gigs I think they're gone. Went Black Friday shopping. Okay, I'm not proud that I went Black Friday shopping. I'm proud that I drove during Black Friday shopping. That was crazy. If you ever go to any mall during Black Friday, it is hell on earth. Made a business card. I actually made two, only, you know, one of them matters anymore. Got laid off and didn't crash out. This is huge because usually my mental health is not at a place where I can do that, but I think with how everything was going the past 2 years, I think I handled it very well. Co-directed summer camp. I didn't really have a choice with that, but I'm happy that I did, and I'm so proud that I did something that I didn't want to do, and I enjoyed it. Treated Nathan to a fancy dinner. Yeah, I've been thinking about that for a while. I wish I could do more every year when it comes to Nathan's birthday. And did Nathan basically have to like get us there because I didn't know how to use the metro? Yeah, but at least I booked a day and we did it. I did a lot of cat painting commissions this year. I couldn't post all of them because obviously I don't want to post someone's family member on my Instagram, but I'm so proud that I did all of those. I did so many cat paintings that sold at the paint bar, which got me so much extra cash. I was very happy with it. Got new clothes. I know this sounds really stupid, but this is huge for me as well because I don't really buy new clothes because I don't really care too much about my fashion, but ever since Nathan, my boyfriend, started dressing nicer, I was like, oh no, I think I need to step up my game. Made jack-o'-lanterns. This was hard. This was harder than it looked because we had no tools to make jack-o'-lanterns and we did it anyway. Made 4 sticker sheets. That was hard too because finding a good sticker manufacturer was pretty hard at first, but I found this wonderful place, Sticker Invasion, because who knew making like sticker sheets was so expensive? Like, so this other company that I wanted to use, 10 sticker pages was $110. And I was like, oh, never mind. But the 4 sticker sheets that I ordered, total was $150 for 10 each. So 40 sticker sheets. And I sent them all out for Christmas gifts. Made a custom stamp, as you guys know. Made a horrible dish at Friendsgiving. Guys, I did not know potatoes need a lot of seasoning. I over seasoned it so much and it was still under seasoned. AKA Nathan also helped me and it was still under seasoned. It's not his fault though, it's mine. Made Coke's paw ornament. It's a picture here. That was hard too, okay? You know, if you have a cat, getting them to do anything you want them to do is usually a struggle. Decorated Nathan's stair with garland. Insert picture. It's really cute. I think I did a wonderful job. I love that I'm adding a little bit of my Bloomingdale's knowledge to my everyday life. Went to New Hampshire and Boston. This is huge because I've never got to visit me before, so I was really happy to do so this year. Quit Bloomingdale's. As we all know, dumpster fire. Turned 24. This is huge too because I didn't think I would make it here, so we take those. And lastly, did a full year of bullet journaling. Well, now that we know, I didn't really do July, but we're gonna pretend like we don't see that. All right, a lot more writing. So this is a card from Amber. Bamber, she is my first roommate in college, and I'll put the thumbnail of that video here. It is my most watched video on YouTube, and for good reason. It was really cute, and of course everyone wants to know, oh, we got Ringling. Put more stickers I made in. I love that she matched the frog to the frog stamp, which was really cute. This is a whole page from the beginning. Remember when I put the 25 for 2025 right here? So I grabbed all of those and I put them in the back to see how many I accomplished. And funny enough, Nathan pointed this out. I didn't really realize I did 25. I did 20 out of 25 of them, which is really funny. So I will go through all of them. You can pause and read probably. I will read the reflection. This year had a lot of ups and downs, so I'm glad I documented some of it to see physically. Although I didn't achieve all my goals, I got pretty close. I'm proud even through the rough patches. I hope next year is just as eventful. I did this at a Starbucks, and everyone was like fancy with their like laptops, and I'm just doing arts and crafts in the corner, which I thought was really funny. And lastly, here's my collage, and it says goodbye 2025. I put my favorite stickers, which are the ones of Coke that I made, in here. So I put one picture from each month that I did not already put in this. So like when I went frisbee golfing, Nathan and I did pottery painting, which was really cute. We still use the bowl, it's amazing. This is from the Florida trip. This is just extra. I put extra pictures of Coke because of course. This is New Hampshire. And the thing is, my head is right here, but it didn't fit the collage. And plus, these two are more important anyway. This is when I held a painting session with Nathan, his landlord slash roommate. Here are the jack-o'-lanterns I was talking about. Here's Friendsgiving, where I made a horrible dish. This is the only good picture Nathan has ever taken of me. Here's my first pair of shoes I ever painted at Golden Goose. This is where I co-directed summer camp. This is the Pancakes and Booze event that I went to. And here are the gingerbread houses we made for this holiday season. And then here's the finale. Completed 12/17/2025. As of recording this, it is December 18th, so I literally recorded the day after I completed this to get this up before the end of the year, because if you see in my goals, one of these say post like 10 YouTube videos. This one right here, upload 10 YouTube videos. Including this one, unfortunately, it will be 9 out of 10. So that's why I wanted to get this up before the end of the year. So I got a little closer to my goal, but you know, you can't have all the wins in the book, you know? But yeah, I thought it would be really fitting if I included Coke on the last page, sitting on top of my bullet journal of the day I quit Muse. But yeah, that is my bullet journal for 2025. As you can tell, I've been yapping for a while because the lighting completely changed from the beginning of this video to the end. Yeah, if you stay until the end, thank you so much for watching, and I hope this inspires you to do something creative next year. I don't know if I'm going to do a bullet journal next year, but who knows? I think I have something in the works and I'll let you know. But thank you so much for watching. Let me know what your favorite thing about how I bullet journal is, and I'll see you next year.